1, 2, 3. Guess who finally decided to join the triple camera party that Android's been at it for a while? Apple, that's right. The biggest hardware change with the brand new 11 series of Apple iPhones is that they come bearing a triple camera setup. But those are the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max. We've seen this play out over the last couple of years where Apple has desperately been trying to play catch up with Android phone makers and their ridiculous dizzying pace of hardware innovation. Oh, it's also taken up the nasty habit of Android phone makers and their Sanjay Bhansali-like ginormous phone names. Asus Zenfone Max Pro M1, Apple iPhone 11 Pro Max. In one line, if you were to summarize the brand new series of Apple iPhones of 2019, it would be a major camera bump up. But the one thing that I and plenty others cannot stop obsessing over are the prices. The 64 GB of iPhone 11. This model costs about $700 in US. Even if you were to use the current conversion rate, it would come down to about 52,000 Indian rupees. But Indian launch price is 64,900. So a bump up of about 13 to 15,000 rupees. The iPhone 11 Pro for 64 GB in US, you'd have to spend $1,000. Current conversion rate takes it to about 70 to 73,000 rupees. But in India, it's going to retail for 1 lakh rupees. That's a bump up of close to 25 to 30,000 rupees in comparison to the US retail prices. And the iPhone 11 Pro Max, the 64 GB variant, in US retails for $1,100. In India, 1,10,000. You see where I'm going with this, right? A 30,000 rupee difference just hits you really hard in an economy like this. And I'm not even remotely going to do the dumb thing of comparing this to any other Android phone which probably has 10 and a half more features than this, because Apple iPhones, and we've understood that by now, are pure indulgences. These are luxury goods. And with all luxury goods, it's not about needs, but about wants. You desire this. Oh, and there's plenty to desire in the brand new Apple iPhones. Right from the gorgeous new colors that are available to the A13 Bionic chipset, which also comes with the most advanced and the fastest graphics chipset and neural engine and machine learning platform, to the stunning new cameras. Really, the biggest highlight of the brand new iPhones are the cameras. On iPhone 11, you get a dual lens camera setup, and not just any other, but a super wide angle and a wide angle one. And the software and hardware work seamlessly to give you some really dramatic results, as you can see in these photos and videos. The selfie camera also gets a bump up and now records 4K video, just like the rear cameras as well. But it's really the iPhone 11 Pro and the Pro Max that see some never seen before hardware and software imaging to produce some incredible results thanks to computational photography. You get a triple camera setup, which means a 13mm super wide angle, a 26mm wide angle, and a 54mm 2x optical zoom. The way you can seamlessly switch between the lenses while maintaining the brightness and autofocus and color fidelity is something that only Apple can give you. And with everyone from teenagers to octogenarians wanting to become the next big video star, Apple is seriously going to convince you to buy their new Apple iPhone 11 Pros instead of a DSLR. That's right. With the brand new triple camera setup, you can do video in a manner that you have never done before. All 4 cameras on the Apple iPhone 11 Pros can shoot 4K video. There's also 4K 60 FPS and 120 frames per second HD video from the front camera now. And Apple has invented a whole new genre of selfies called slow-fies. No slow claps for this name. And with 3 models, there's also a screen size for everyone. If you want a more compact form factor, the 11 Pro is 5.8 inches. The iPhone 11 comes at 6.2 inches, but mind you, that's only an IPS Retina display, the kind we've seen on the iPhone XR of last year. But it is the incredible Super Retina XDR display that can go as bright as 1200 nits, but yet give you close to 4 to 5 hours of extra battery life compared to last year's iPhone XS and XS Max. I feel like I might have to repeat the last sentence again. The iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max give you 4 and 5 hours respectively additional battery life over last year's iPhone XS and XS Max. That's a very, very big deal. Okay, so you might think, okay, they're expensive and all that, all right. But Ankit, it really seems like these are the best iPhones ever. It's like they've answered all our prayers. Android, what's their play now? Your 1 lakh rupee iPhone 11 Pro obviously doesn't have headphone jacks. Your 1 lakh rupee iPhone 11 Pro does not have an in-display fingerprint sensor. And your 1 lakh rupee iPhone 11 Pro does not have reverse wireless charging for AirPods or other iPhones. Your 1 lakh rupee iPhone 11 Pro still does not have USB-C. Your 1 lakh rupee iPhone 11 Pro still has that big, fat, ugly notch on its face. Your 1 lakh rupee iPhone 11 Pro still does not have a fast or a high refresh rate display, 60, 90, 120 Hz, the way Android flagships do it. Your 1 lakh rupee iPhone Pro costs 1 lakh rupees. Now I get it, iPhones are not for everybody. But in 2019, the gap between affordable Android flagships and the kind of feature sets they're packing in and the top of the line Apple iPhone 11 Pros is only widening. So I'd love to hear from you. Are you going to be standing in queue on the 27th of September when Apple iPhone 11, 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max go on sale here in India? Are you going to be dishing out 65,000 rupees and upwards for a model of your choice? If do, then hit us up in the comment section and let me know what is the one blowout feature that you are absolutely tripping over with the new iPhones. I, for one, definitely love the triple camera setup and the video chops of the iPhone 11 Pro. This is Ankit from Tech2 signing out. Thank you so much for watching. And in case you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, and don't forget to share this with anybody and everybody who would swipe their card just to get you the brand new iPhones. They deserve some special love and place in your life.